Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Death Ending Request. I am feeling very exhausted, I'm doing so much talking. I need just a quick drink. Okay. So anyway, Arta is now the, this little bear guy who's the mascot of the game. Anyway, blacklisting 2 of the key developers for this game before its release is a little suspicious, don't you think? My hair's standing just thinking about it. I mean, given that the World's Odyssey servers are running when the project was halted over a year ago is a major red flag. So long as the source code is vulnerable in someone else's hands, we need to log you out as soon as possible to bring you back. But how the hell am I supposed to escape this world? I have no idea where I am, or how I got here, or how to log out. Wait a minute, what about that failsafe function? Remember, the ending engage? What? You're right, I totally forgot about that. The beautiful thing about World's Odyssey is that despite being an MMORPG, there's a definite end to it all. I wanted the players to return to reality in sheer awe of what they saw, an experience unlike anything they've ever seen before, right? Our wish was for our designs and stories to inspire gamers in the same way that we were inspired, breathless and ecstatic. Yes! I can't help but feel frustrated that, for now, this is an only option to get you out of here, but for the time being, it'll have to do. So, let's head to the planetarium? I don't know. World to destroy the final boss and Castleize. And yeah, the ending engage. I think that's what happened, and then she died. Gets cut off. Alright, I'm starting to feel like myself again. If I can clear this game and log out, then I'll wake up in the real world in no time. I could finally see Sumaki and Lydia again, and you too, Mizunashi. Right, I'll be right beside you until the very end, so don't you worry about a thing. Our next destination? The mystical sky capital, Odyssia, right? You know the way there, right? Of course, I helped create it after all. Man, so much stuff.
In order to reach Odyssia from Hardis, we'll have to travel to Sturfall, the kingdom by the sea.
Then, let's part ways for now. While you head there, I've got some investigating to do on this side.
What? You're leaving already?
Oh, Sheena, I'm going to give you one warning for while I'm gone. Don't die, alright?
Huh? What do you mean?
It's a miracle that the server can run at all. The world is swarming with so many bugs that it's impossible to parse through the code. In fact, I'm holding my breath as I speak with you under my feet, that our connection would be cut off at any second. I said under feet. Under fear. Ugh, I'm so stupid. I don't pay attention. If you're ever killed in battle, or if you jump to a save point prematurely and hit the load function, there's a chance that it will send a faulty signal to the server, which can reset our cache and disable our communication. Once we're cut off, there's no guarantee that we'd be able to connect once again.
In other words, I would have to navigate my way to the end of the game on my own.
Yes, I implore you to use extreme caution while you're in-game. By your own estimate, this game should require a minimal of 50 hours to clear the main storyline, right?
Well, if we include breaks and potential side quests, then it could take far longer.
While you're in there, you'll have to complete all the necessary side quests to access the true ending, and initiate the ending engage. Wow! They're basically saying, you want to get the true ending, here you go. It'll be a pain in the ass, but being thorough while we can't access the manual logout screen is our best shot at the moment.
Got it. I'll do whatever it takes.
Cool. I'm gonna analyze some asset files for Odyssia and get back to you. In the meantime, you won't be able to reach me. Sorry.
It's fine.
Don't look so worried. I'll have my laptop on me the whole time. I'll be checking in on your progress as often as I can, okay?
One thing. What would happen if your PC were to enter sleep mode? Would that cut off our our line of communication too?
Is this your sly way of asking me to not let my laptop enter sleep mode? You worry too much. Anyway, I'll be on my way. See you later.
Oh. He left. Jeez, that guy really travels to the beat of his own drum. Someone could use a lesson on how to treat women.
Oh, where are we going? I looked at the palace. Bad memories came flooding back to me, and I ran back outside. Oh. Hello there.
I'm so sorry. It was not my intention to startle you. Wait.
You have a little buggy thingy too.
This girl looks like the one in that torn painting inside of the palace.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, I'm sorry. You scared me. I must apologize for approaching you like this. My name is Lily Hopes.
Man, that sounds so English.
What? I recognize her. Lily was an NPC that I created to serve as a guide for new players.
Wait, what? She's just an NPC. Ah, for fucks. She ain't real.
I don't remember her wearing this outfit in her original design, though.
What if someone's controlling Lily?
Do the bugs have something to do with this? Wait a sec. She has a buggy just like I do. Oh, I'm Sheena. Sheena Ninomiya. Might you be the princess of this kingdom? Huh? Yes. As you said, I am Hardis's princess. Currently, however, I am one of its most wanted criminals as well.
You're the criminal of your father's kingdom?
Criminal? I was locked behind bars in a cavernous cell, charged and imprisoned for assassinating the queen.
Wouldn't that be your mother?
Now that she mentions it, I remember writing this dialogue for her backstory.
Oh, Sheena! Dude, girl, why did... Well, I mean, you gotta write a sad backstory for someone.
I somewhat regret being responsible for the struggle she's faced. But in reality, you're as kind as a gentle ray of sunshine. A stern, selfless woman who is beloved by all, whom I know would never do such a thing. What?
You're just framed...
I'm not from this kingdom, but that's what I've heard about you, Princess Lily. Please, Lily will do just fine. Understood. Lily it is. I can't help but express some relief to hear that. It has been some time since anyone has referred to me as a gentle ray of sunshine. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but were you just escaping from the palace?
Uh-oh.
Yes. Why do you ask? Did you see my father? The King of Hardis?
Yeah, he tried to kill me.
I wish to know what became of the king and everyone inside the palace. Please, tell me everything you know.
I'm sorry to tell you, but all the guards are gone.
After all the cruelty
This bug
she's faced
devoured.
in her sentence, she still expresses concern about the king and his warriors.
A good person. But yet... I probably have no care for people who are trying to kill
From
me.
what I have gathered, the king has been amassing guards in order to counter the growing threat of deranged martyrs around the kingdom.
They're just as deranged as anyone else.
However, many of those who flocked to heed the king's call never returned to tell the tale. I have tried fruitlessly to enter the palace to see it for myself, but entering as a fugitive is close to impossible. I humbly beg of you, tell me what you saw inside of the palace. What became of the king and the men in his command? I'm afraid you won't like what I have to say, Lily. Devil may care, I must know.
Devil May Cry reference. Devil May Cry reference. Right there.
Okay. I wandered into the palace because I heard that the kingdom was in need of guards.
It's also funny for a Devil May Cry reference to happen right outside of a palace, because the Devil May Cry's 5 Bloody Palace DLC.
Much to my dismay, I called out in search of an attendant and received no response. Right from the get-go, things seemed abnormal. The king! Was he safe? saw the king in his throne room, but he was shrouded behind a curtain, so I didn't get a good look at him. I can say for certain that something about his demeanor felt off. In what way?
In a way that you want in my head.
The king was all wiry, and all of his soldiers seemed to follow, before launching into an aggressive pursuit. The king and his men screamed absolute nonsense at me. I think it was the bug. I mean, it must have been the curse that drove him to madness. Curse? You must be speaking about the Antoma. How could this be? Is no one safe in this cruel world? Miss Sheena, since you had responded to the call to serve as one of our kingdom's guards, I have a favor to ask of you.
You're gonna ask us to go back in there.
As princess of this kingdom, my responsibility is to free my people from their suffering. This turmoil can no longer stand.
So we're just gonna walk in there and kick the turmoil out of the ass.
First, I must see what has become of the palace myself. Miss Sheena, is there any way that I could convince you to accompany me? Sure. I know that it is a lot to ask for, but... Huh? Wait, did you say you would? Well, bravery means doing the right thing at the right time. So just leave it to Sheena the Adventurer. Oh, thank you. I can only imagine how worried you must be after being separated from the king for so long. The king is probably experiencing a lot of grief as well. So let's hurry, Lily. Okay.
Well, let's go. Oh boy, I'm getting sick of trying to... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait! Oh, wait. Sometimes I can't... What? I'm sorry, but no. I don't even... I'll just keep it in English. Who cares if I can't talk? I'm not gonna have any auto events happen where I can't change the thing. And also, Sheena's voice in Japanese, just hearing that for a second is not even close to her voice in English. Her English voice is adorable. There might be another entrance around the back, right this way. Ah, they don't call you princess for nothing. Let's head to the phone room. Hurry. Okay. Oh, Rook? Huh? Say, aren't you Sheena? What a coincidence to run into you here. Oh, Rook, what are you doing here? Man, if I had known you were heading this way, then we could have traveled here together. Don't be so shy next time. Ha ha ha, alas, it is not in the cards. Huh? When we had our first encounter, I was actually en route to another kingdom. But between you and me, there are plenty of rooks throughout this world. Wait, what? Plenty of rooks? What do you mean by that? You see, originally, there was just me. Ever since this thing latched onto me, however, the most outlandish things have ever happened. You're right. You've got signs of the curse on your arm too, Rook. When I became possessed by this thing, whatever it is, I've somehow been manipulated. Multiplied, idiot, ah! There are multiple versions of me scattered across this world, remarkably bizarre if I do say so myself. Luckily, I retain control of each and every version of me, a singular consciousness at the helm of multiple bodies. Frankly, I see it as a blessing from the Lord. What better way to expand my business than with multiple merchants that I can trust? Does having multiple versions of yourself ever get to you, though? I would be lying if I said that it doesn't, but compared to how others have been affected by the curse, I have no room to complain. Oh, seems Lily is really confused. Yusanashi had mentioned before that multiple versions of Rook were appearing as a result of the bugs. The bug is producing multiple copies of him. Precisely. Ah! Where did this bear come from? The lines of code enabling Rook to fast travel between locations has been corrupted. Instead of teleporting him, the game simply makes a copy. Oh. Mr. Enigma, you can't just appear out of the blue and scare us like that. What could have you startled Lily? Who cares? I have no time to worry about every time someone else gets upset. Jeez. Has a new customer come to browse my wares? Oh, I'm Enigma, the bear. Don't worry, I'm not a threat. Right, Sheena? Oh, right, he's a friend of mine. She has a talking bear as a friend? Apologies if I scared you. Please, don't mind me. Continue on with your conversation. He's so cute.
Sheena, might I make a suggestion?
A suggestion?
Yes, as composition for you having saved one version of me from Pact of Vicious Monsters, I would like to offer you my services.
Oh.
Would you like me to do the honor?
What do you mean? Wow, of course.
On your map, I've marked a symbol showing where each of my clones' selves is. They are safe zones where martyrs rarely appear. You are free to make camp at these locations at your leisure. I will also give you a signal so that you can summon me at any time. I shall stock my wares frequently to cover any of your needs on and off the battlefield, so be sure to check back with me often.
Got it. Thanks a bunch, Rook.
No need to thank me. I should be thanking you for the increased business.
Rook?
Yes, my lady.
Oh, please, just Lily is fine. I am in no position to answer by my royal title. But, please.
Very well, Lily. How might I be of service to you?
Do you happen to sell anything that I could use as a weapon?
A weapon, you ask? Please don't tell me you are thinking about entering the fray. These are dangerous times, my lady.
My heart has already decided. Even if I means of putting myself in harm's way, I must show bravery. I do not plan on sitting idly by while Miss Sheena risks her life for me. Lily.
Then how about this? It's an elegant weapon, one that would keep you at a safe distance while offering a means to protect yourself.
A bow? My, what a gorgeous bow! I can't believe how light it feels in my hands. Many thanks. I would be honored to use this. How much is for it?
Oh please, I couldn't bear to accept money from the princess herself. Take it. I insist.
No, I must pay my dues to honest merchants like yourself. As a member of the royal family, I cannot rest on graces and deeds of good people. Gosh darn hiccups. In fact, I refuse to do so. What are you doing here?
What was that? I see. Your reputation precedes you, my lady. You are wise beyond your years. Then, if I may, accept my get at a lower rate than what my customers usually receive. Consider it a gesture of faith to the crown.
Oh my, is this what my subject refers to as a discount?
Indeed, a token of goodwill for you and your journey, my lady.
How wonderful. I cannot thank you enough. Hopefully this will do. What's his deal? Oh, sorry, have I acted out of turn? I thought this might be an acceptable response for your generosity. I apologize, the rituals and okay.
Oh, not at all. I am merely humbled that you would show such kindness to a lowly merchant like me.
Now, everyone, please travel safely. Hopefully our next meeting is sooner rather than later. I shall await your signal. What a gift is it to be a dozen places at once. Miss Sheena, I hope that I hadn't stepped on your toes while I expressed my interest in fighting alongside you. However, as the Princess of Hardis, it is my right by birth to act in the best interests of my people. Thanks, Lily. But if we're backed into a corner surrounded by monsters, then try not to act too rashly, okay? Okay, understood. Are you sure I can fight with you, though? I thought for sure you'd refuse me. I'd never do that. The more the merrier. Oh, and please, call me Sheena. First names will do just fine for the both of us. Okay then, Sheena. Lily. You're making me blush. Now, our friendship is official. For friendship. Ahem. Mind if I chime in now? I hope I'm not interrupting your lovey-dovey display. Lovey-dovey? Oh, no, wait. Psst. Be a bit more careful, okay, Sheena? Huh? Mr. Enigma. Don't give yourself away. I can hear you inside my head. I'm using a private voice chat so that the others can't hear me talking to you. You can speak using this chat too. Just picture my Enigma avatar in your head, then communicate with me directly. Give it a shot. Like this? Can you hear me, Mizunouchi? Loud and clear. Whoa, pretty convenient. Anyway, as I'm sure you've seen by now, Lily's got a little entonement bug just as you do. Yes, actually hers was bouncing around my knee just now. It seems fully sentient. On a side note, those spider legs attached to your thigh are a bug too, right? Oh, you mean these dangly things? Yes, I realized right away the dangly legs were a sign that something was off in the game. Sheena? Would you mind not saying dangly so much? Is something the matter? For my sake, please. Okay. Anyway, we can leave the legs alone for now. It doesn't seem like any of the others can see the bug fluttering right in front of them. Considering how much of it moves, you'd think that Lily would have said something by now. Has she brought it up to you before? Maybe she's just unsure of what it is. It has a mind of its own after all. I bet she's just afraid of talking about it. Maybe not. Doesn't she look amused by it? Maybe. Who wouldn't laugh? It's so cute. We can't say for certain though, can we? No one else is looking at it. We shouldn't beat around the bush. Let's ask her directly. Right. Still, it seems that no one else is reacting. Lily joined. Cool. Hey Lily, can you see this little bug? Don't tell me that you can see it too! Yes, actually, I've been able to see it. I'm gonna... a good drink. I can see it. Hold on. I can see it too. Sheena has one that's similar, albeit purple instead of yellow. What a relief. I no longer have to pretend like it doesn't exist. Oh, sorry, it seems that mine has taken a liking to you, Sheena. Hey, come back! This bug, as you call it, had suddenly appeared on my body first as a weird bump, but over time it developed a mind of its own. I assume that it is the physical manifestation of the entombment itself. Oh, could you tell me a bit more about how it began acting on its own accord? It was then that I had been falsely accused and imprisoned for assassinating the Queen. My guards were my only line to the outside world. I was informed that the scores of innocent people were mysteriously dying as a result of the Entoma Scourge, and many others disappeared. Oh, I recognized that term. The merchant from earlier mentioned the same thing to me. He said something about people disappearing like smoke. Yes, personally, I believe those missing people were abducted with some kind of dark, evil magic. From what I was told, there are a handful of survivors from the event, but they live in constant fear of the Atoma and the martyrs. No matter how badly I had wanted to understand the plight of those who were affected, there was little that I could actually do. Eventually, the kiss of the Atoma took the form of a painful bruise. I believed that I too would soon succumb to this deadly curse. Just as I accepted my fate, this one popped out. Oh god, it's Pikachu! Piki, no, Piki, Kiki, Baku! When I first met you, Sheena, you can imagine the surprise on my face when I noticed that you were carrying around an Atoma just like me. I wouldn't call it carrying around, so much as it tends to follow me wherever I go. Bikiki! Baku! Huh, are they playing with one another? Well, by the looks of things, it seems like they're sniffing each other out. Maybe they recognize each other as friends. The way one circles around the other looks like they're having fun. How precious. Don't get too attached. At the end of the day, they're still connected to the Atoma. It is important to note that the common thread in the how the two of these Atoma bugs appeared, which seems to be periods of extreme stress. I find it likely that there might be others who have Atoma bugs that behave just like these two do. Lily, do you happen to know anyone else who possesses anything like these two? I don't ever since my escape. I've been doing my best to keep a low profile, so I haven't had much contact with anyone else besides you two. Now that you mention it, Lily, you said that you were locked up in a heavily guarded prison, right? How were you able to escape? Well, the chaos swooned by the Atoma Scourge diffrated the attention, wait, was that right? No, diverted the attention of the kingdom's authorities to other, more pressing matters. So after enough time had passed, one of the prison guards let me escape out of pity. Once I had gotten out, I took to wandering, though, through a nearby town, and saw others who had bore the mark of the Atoma on them. Unfortunately, however, they were unable to control the Atoma, and were subsequently devoured without a chance to get away. Sheena's Atoma tried to eat her when it first activated too, which means it has the ability to eat people who, whether or not it breaks off from its host, it's like a carnivorous virus. Lily, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I'm sorry if I'm reminding you of what must have been a difficult, painful memory. It's fine. These are desperate times. Each of us needs all of the help we can get. Sharing our stories means being able to join in on the fight. I consider myself quite fortunate to have met the two of you. Pikiki! Bagu! Bagu. I know. We'll call them buggies. What? Mr. Bear, let's call these things buggies from now on. Atoma isn't cute at all. Bugu. It's kinda like a baby. Right? Are you okay with that, Mr. Bear? I don't care. Are they worth giving a nickname to? I understand that they're dangerous beings, but if we have to coexist with them anyways, you might as well find them cute. Do as you please. As long as you know they're dangerous, I'm good. Anyways, your naming sense hasn't changed one bit. Thank you. That wasn't a compliment. Bikiki. Giggle. I don't know why I said giggle. I could just did a laugh. Why can't you speak for me? Mizunashi, remember Lily's original design? I remember her hair being more pampered and blonde, a style benefiting a queen. I don't think it was it pampered? I don't think so. Oh yeah, huh. Well, I don't remember the details for every single NPC we've made. Lily's current design is cute, but the fact that she changed so much throws me off. Do you think this has something to do with the bugs? Probably. Maybe the assets for her character model got shifted or something. I should ask Lydia, our character designer. So, Lily's an escaped convict and has joined our party. A far cry from her original plotline, huh? Well, obviously, irregularities throughout all of World's Odyssey, like you and the Atoma, are to be expected by now. Given that the bugs have changed everything from new monsters to producing clones of Rook, strange NPC behavior seems almost tame. I, for some reason, just have a very big worry of the game crashing.